So my objective is evaluating limits. So when you're evaluating limits, you have to plug in values of x that are similar and close in value to what x is approaching. Plugging in a value, for example, if x approaches 3, which would look like this. You plug that into your equation, it will result in 0 on the bottom, and in the denominator, and the expression will be undefined, which is why it's really important, to plug in values close in value to your number. So instead of plugging in 3, you could plug in 3.05, you can plug in 3.1 into your equation, and that will give you a number. And if all of your numbers are approaching the same number, then that will be your answer to your expression. So I have an example. So evaluate the limit below if it's possible. So we have limit as x approaches 6, then we have square root of 7x minus 6 outside of the square root over 9x minus 54. So my advice here is to plug in values such as 6.01, 6.02, 6.1. You can really do whatever values you want, as long as they're really, really close to 6. So I just found that plugging in values like 6.01, 6.02, and then maybe a little one further from that, like 6.1, maybe 6.2 if you're really feeling it, those will help you analyze your values, like what you're going to get. So here, if we're going to plug in 6.01 into this first equation, we are going to just erase what's in here, do 01 minus 6, and then 9 times 6.01. And then I'm going to just plug that into my calculator, and you are going to get 0.06478338382. You normally don't have to write all of that out. I like doing it just to see how the number, if when I plug in a higher number, it's going to decrease or increase or whatever. So if we're doing the second problem, we're going to literally do the exact same thing. And if you plug that into your calculator, you are going to get 0.06475192226. Now, as you can see, all these values, so far, these two values that we have, they are very similar in number. And we'll do this third one and then kind of conclude what our answer is going to be. So now we're going to plug in 6.1. So this was 6.01, 6.02, and this is going to be 6.1 is what we're plugging in for each of these three. Okay, so now if we plug that in to our calculators for this one, we are going to get 0.0645027,693. So if you're looking at all of these values, you can basically tell that they are all very, very similar, and they can actually all be rounded to 0.065. If we're looking at this value here, we're looking right here, they can all be rounded to 0.065. So then we can conclude from this, since the values that we plugged in close to 6 all kind of got the same number, we can conclude that our answer is 0.065. So as x is approaching 6, our answer is 0.065.